Hey y'all, it's Courtney, and I uploaded a video yesterday making pepperoni rolls, and some people said they wanted a recipe, so here we go. I'm gonna try to edit this video and kind of put the videos together so it's not such a cluster F. Oh yeah, hold on, do you want, alright, so anyways, my husband's grandma swears by Rhodes bread. So that's what we got, and it is really good. She said to get the 5 loaves, but we can only find the 3, so we just got 2 of these. And then obviously you're going to need this. You're going to need Crisco or some sort of cooking spray. You'll need a big old bag of pepperoni and your choice of cheese. I'm using mozzarella and provolone mix for some. I'm using hot pepper jack cheese for some, and then some of them are just plain. I don't like the plain ones, but my husband, for some reason, likes them. I don't know. He said it just makes them different, I guess. And for you guys that don't know, because a lot of people have never even heard of pepperoni rolls, pepperoni rolls are actually like a very beloved thing here in West Virginia and the surrounding states. They are a minor food, and they're called that obviously because back in the day, the miners' wives were trying to figure out something that they could make for their husbands that would be easy for them to take down in the mine, but also get filled up by. Something that was easy, and they could stick it in their pocket and take a bite and then go on working, take a bite, go on working. So they came up with pepperoni rolls. And, yeah, we love them. I don't really know any West Virginian that doesn't love pepperoni rolls, or anybody that's tried them and doesn't love them. So anyways, so you can either leave your bread sit out naturally, and, thaw, but that takes 6 to 12 hours. So my grandma, well, Mike's grandma, whatever, just call her grandma, she told me yesterday that I can put them in the microwave and put it on defrost, of course, for 1 minute at a time, but make sure that you put a cup of water in the corner of the microwave if you're going to do that. And only do 1 minute increments because you don't want it to start to rise. You want it to rise after you've already put the pepperoni and cheese inside. So I'm going to do that because these are like halfway thawed. Well, actually, yeah, I might only need to put them in there once or twice actually because they've been sitting out for a few hours now. But yeah, I'm going to put them in there probably 1 or 2 cycles just to be on the safe side. So when, obviously use a microwave plate, safe plate, and then take your Crisco and line the plate so it doesn't stick to the plate either. So we're going to go do that, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back with our bread here. So what we're going to do now is just rip off some little pieces of dough. About this big, whatever, however big you want them, really. And then we have a second Criscoed pan here. And we're going to go ahead, just kind of stretch it out a little bit. We like ours with a little more pepperoni in them. You don't have to double up with how much you put in there. It's obviously totally up to you. And we are going to go ahead and use the rest of our provolone and mozzarella. And then I also have some Colby Jack shredded in here. And I'm going to make a few with that because I actually had some sliced Colby Jack not too long ago. And Mike's grandma made some and sent them home with us. She made them for the baby shower. We brought some home. And I opened them up and put a little piece of Colby Jack cheese in them and then heated them in the microwave. Oh my god. Delicious. They were really good. So, these ones are going to be a little bit smaller than the ones I made last night. I don't know that I showed the ones I made last night totally. But yeah, so here's this. Might put a little bit too much in this one because I was used to making the bigger ones last night. So you can close your ends, you don't have to, whatever. But I already have my Crisco greased pan here. Just set it up here. And then we're just going to start laying these in there. Obviously space them a little bit, but you don't have to space them more than probably an inch apart. Just enough room for them to rise, basically. And as I said, you don't want your dough to rise all the way before you get pepperoni and everything in there. This one's obviously going to be a little bit bigger. I know you guys can hear it in my voice. Sorry if you can't really hear me that well, but I did lose my voice. I got sick again. Love it for me. It's awesome. Being sick while you're pregnant is the worst because I need to move my camera back again. It's just the worst because you're already like very tired and you know, aren't getting as much done as you usually do because you're tired, and then you get sick and it takes all your energy. And I mean, you know, in the beginning of my pregnancy I wasn't. Or you can actually take these and just roll them too. I did some of them like that last night. And then usually, because sometimes I have trouble with my ends or the dough sticking to itself, so sometimes when I lay it down in the pan, I'll take the edge right here like this, and I'll actually lay it like that in the pan so that it doesn't unravel itself, because sometimes it likes to do that. Sometimes the ends don't really like to pinch. So whatever works for you. I took some over to my neighbor. I took her 2 of each so that her and her husband could have them to take with them for lunch. They were pretty excited about it. Or I give some to my other neighbor once they're all done. My neighbor that found a little bunny this morning. I give them some for them and their boys. It sucks because, like, pepperoni rolls, they just go so fast. I mean, everybody just freaking devours them. So, I mean, they're good because they're quick, they're fast, they're easy. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what your definition of easy is. But, I mean, for what they are, they're not that much of a pain in the butt. There's, you know, a good bit that goes into them. You stretch this out a little bit more, or that's not going to fold over. Okay. And if some of it falls out the edges, that's okay. I'll pull that one out. I didn't quite make that one long enough, so we're just going to take this edge and fold it over. And we're going to take this edge and fold it over like that. And then we're going to lay it like this in there on the folded edges, so like I said, it doesn't unravel on itself. I don't know what I did differently, but today the dough's sticking to my fingers just a little bit. Nothing major, but it didn't stick at all yesterday, so I'm not sure. Might have left it in there a little bit longer than I did yesterday. It's hard to tell, but a little bit more. The only thing I hate about this is I get acid reflux, and whew, pepperoni does a number on me. But it's worth it. I just take an extra pill. Pills for everything, huh? Alright. Now, I'm not going to stand here and do all of them. I seriously doubt you want to watch me do all of them. But what I will tell you is the next step you want to take is, where'd my bag go? Where'd it go? So, take your bag and you cut it down the sides and cut it at the top. My grandma taught me this. Grandma taught me this because she's 83 years old. They don't waste shit. They repurpose everything. So, anyways, just take your bag and cut the sides of it so that it makes, a piece of long plastic, and then just lay that over top of your pan, because it'll speed up the rising process. And once the pepperoni rolls are the size you want them, really, but once they've risen, if you have a really deep pan, like, I'd say probably like halfway up the side of the pan, but if you have a pan, I don't even know the size, I can't think, I think they're like an inch and a half deep or something like that, it says to just, when they're level with the top of the pan, but really whenever they're big enough for your liking. So then after that, you just want to pop them in the oven at 350 degrees and just watch them until they brown to your liking. But yeah, so I will show you guys the finished product whenever I am done.